During the exploration efforts of Coventry Log Homes management team for a viable reforestation program, the decision was made to consult with a local logger. Robin Royston of Bath, New Hampshire came to mind immediately. He is a local logger with his own business and no stranger to Coventry. Royston and his wife Lisa own a Coventry Braxton model home, and they also invested in building a Coventry spec home, a Riverside model they chose to customize. Coventry Representative Robin Edwards met with Royston and his constant companion Rocket, an intelligent black lab, to scout out potential photo-worthy locations. When Edwards reported back to Coventry all she had learned on the excursion, it was decided that Royston's eco-friendly logging practices should be applauded. When wrapping up a logging operation, he routinely spreads lime over the landing area. This process neutralizes the acid in the soil to inhibit pricker brush growth. He then uses a mix of clover and timothy to seed the landings as well as a viewable distance of the skid roads. This extra effort not only looks good to the customer and passerby, but is also extremely beneficial to the wildlife habitat and ecosystems. Coventry Log Homes is pleased to award Robin Royston with a $200 gift certificate for his favorite brand of seed mix to encourage his conservation efforts. Coventry's Vice President, Mark Elliott, interviewed Robin Royston concerning his eco-friendly logging practices.
We're here with Robin Royston on one of his log landings, and we're just going to get some information from him. Robin, how'd you get into logging and things? What's the background on that?
Oh, I went to school to design computers, but my father, he'd lost all his help, and he had some big jobs and fire skidders, so I came home and started helping him. And then I was like, oh, I kind of like this job. So I didn't really want to live in the city, and that's what I would have had to do to do computers. So I just kept going along with my father, and we just kept going along. And as we got going along, I couldn't stand to go around and see different places that all the wood was left on the landing and just everything piled up, because I'm kind of just like to be really neat. And so we started cleaning up the landing, and first off we'd bring the wood to like older guys that needed it for firewood and stuff. It helped us pick up the landing, and it helped them because they got some extra firewood. And then as we went along, I could see the landings that just stayed bare forever. And even though they were nice and clean and neat, I said, you know, we got to do something different. It would give it a better visual right off. And I found out that clover grows really good in clay, and that around here is a lot of clay. So I decided to start planting all my landings with clover, and then that will help the deer and the turkeys and the grouse, because grouse, surprisingly, they eat a lot of clover too. And so we started planting every landing. Of course, as it goes along, and then you keep expanding because you like the looks of everything. So the next thing you know, you're going out all your skid roads, and of course you're supposed to do any crossings that you do in the brook or anything. You're supposed to seed that down anyways, just by law. So pretty soon you got all your landings, and then you have all your skid rows of clover, and it's just something that you just kind of it shows instant rewards. So you just keep doing it, and then you get so you really enjoying it. It's not a chore,
Right?
Because sometimes I'll drive by this landing after I did it. I drive by here about every 2 days to see how much it had grown. Like, come on, get up here. So I was all bummed out until I see it start coming up, and this is coming in good now.
Yeah.
And like I said, you get some bare spots on all the landings, you just go back and throw a little more seed on it, and then each spring it keeps expanding, because this was about half bare last spring, and it's really picked up this summer.
Well, this definitely is not your typical log landing that I've ever been on to, because it's a lot more, clean. It's taken care of. So good logging practices are definitely there are guys out there doing them and things. So that's that's neat.
We have to police ourselves. So you can't just you get bad names if everybody works together, the whole industry is better off.
Yeah.
But you have that same little thing, a few bad apples spoil the whole.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, really, our business starts with you guys' effort out here, taking care of the land and out here cutting the trees and then bringing them to the mills, and then we get the opportunity to take those trees and put them into a log home. I know you have one of our log homes, so that's really neat that it brings full circle, and then you know, you're able to get out here and take care of them, and the wildlife benefit from everything actually does. So that's super.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't even realize that logging itself is one of the best ways to feed wildlife.
Right.
Because every hardwood tree that you cut sprouts, new sprouts every spring, and the deer will keep them mowed down. And they'll keep them down for 3 or 4 years. And eventually they get taller than their reach.
Yeah.
And then that's when the moose come in, and the moose take over for another few years until they get up where they're not reaching them, and then they start working their way back in the trees.
Yeah.
And we cut predominantly pine, which is what all your log cabins are. And
Right.
it's such a fast growing species. It's easy to take a piece of land, which I started buying some lands, and you can cut through it and then grow that for another 5 or 6 years, and you can go in for another cut. So you get a lot more, you know, turnover from pine
Right.
than other types of woods.
Yeah.
You know, and especially like if you cut cedar out, I mean it takes forever for that stuff to come back. So it's a lot more beneficial to use pine, which you can reproduce
Right.
a lot faster. And even when you take the pines out, there's all kinds of seed from all the years. The seed gets in that ground and it's there and it lays dormant because the pines really shadow it out. And as soon as you take the pines out and the sun gets to that, the seeds just start sprouting, and then your hardwoods just come back naturally on their own. Then once you get all the hardwoods up, you know, like this tall and stuff, like I said, even when the deer are eating them, that's where all these songbirds, they have to build a nest in them really small trees so that nothing can climb up and get in the nest, because if they try to climb up, they just fall off. And people don't even realize that.
Right.
You know, songbirds don't have big trees like that. That's not where they're going to put their nest.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that animals need from logging that people just aren't really aware of.
I noticed on one of the landings that I was on earlier today that when you go into, there was a lot of apple trees that a lot of times when you're walking through the woods, they're not producing, and then when you guys go in and
Yeah.
open them up and things like that, that sun can get in there, and
Yeah.
those trees will come back and start producing apples. And
Yeah, and if you trim off a few of them dead ones,
Yeah.
let them have new live shoots. And a lot of the apple orchards around here are grown up, they're overgrown. And if you go in and open up an apple tree too fast, though, you can kill it.
right.
So that's the other thing. Like, it's nice with pine. You go in, cut a few off this side of the bunch of trees this year, come back a few years, get some off that side, keep letting the light in slowly, let them trees adjust.
Really long-term management of the forest.
Yeah.
And things. So that's good. That's good. So, well, we'll let you get seeding and things, but we do appreciate all that you guys do out here. I know it's hard work, and a lot of people don't realize what goes into managing the forest, and so that's great. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.